we have a very, very tight set of crews, with the Michigan 4V having thrown something down in the first 250 that honestly I haven't seen in practice, so I don't know where it's coming from, but it's nice to see their big battle right now between Michigan's 2V, Michigan's 3V, Notre Dame's 2V, and the Michigan 4V on the far side of the course away from you. Grand Valley also up in that mix, and Michigan State now trailing just a little bit, but overlap 6 boats across. Notre Dame being steered back into the course and picking up some speed with it. The Michigan 3V and 4V, 2V and 3V, sorry, who have been jockeying for position in practice all week, are going at it, and here comes Notre Dame putting on a really very nice move to get back up into that pack with those 2 lead crews at a 35. Nice and long, very powerful. The Michigan 4V start seems to have cost them a little bit, and now they're trailing back. But it's still, as you'll see, they're about to come by you. Very, very tight racing. 1, 2, and 3. Grand Valley moving up into 4th on the outside. Michigan State coming up with them, and Michigan's 4V racing right with Michigan State. So we have 3 crews. The Michigan 3V about a seat up on the Michigan 2V, so maybe it should be the other way around, and Notre Dame popping there as well. And as we come through this point here at about 7:50, the Michigan 3V guys are showing the coaches maybe we don't have the selection quite right. We'll have to figure that out, but they're pushing out with a vengeance right now, and the 2V is answering in the white boat, and Notre Dame is going with them. So that is going to be a barn burner all the way. And it's not out yet because Grand Valley is sitting there about 5 or 6 seats down, contact with Michigan State and with the Michigan 4V. This is going to be a barn burner of a race. We're going to have to see who has the best second half speed. So Michigan moved up a little bit in the 2V, back into the 3V, and Notre Dame went with them. So that front end race is really quite spectacular. The ratings here are part of the story. The Michigan 2V is at a 33, fairly long. The Notre Dame 2V is at a 35, and the Michigan 3V, still leading by a couple of seats, is really going quite hard at a 34, a beat above their other Michigan crew. But it's back and forth, battling and battling. Now Notre Dame looking over and really trying to push back into Michigan, and they're almost even with the coxswain now in the 2V. The Michigan 3V keeps just sort of inching out a little bit. They're now up to 4 seats over those other 2 crews who are essentially even. Then there's a little bit of open water back to Grand Valley rowing in their own water. And then in the 5th and 6th place, we have Michigan's 4V and Michigan State within centimeters of each other, really quite tight. So that dynamic continues to go as we're heading in now to the 1,500 meter mark in another couple hundred meters. The Michigan 3V very long and moving out. They're now up 6 seats on the Michigan 2V. Michigan 2V is about 2 to 3 seats up on Notre Dame and is now moving away. And the Michigan 2V is trying to move back into the Michigan 3V, but for right now that's not happening. Notre Dame is still hanging quite hard on that Michigan 2V crew. So it's going to be a great race all the way into the finish with 500 meters to go.